A lot of hopes were dashed because of this.
Alan Yu moved to Fort St. John back in 2014 in hopes of working in a booming liquefied natural gas industry. But after Petronas announced it's pulling the plug on the $36 billion Pacific Northwest LNG project, Yu's hopes could be evaporating.
It's pretty much heartbreaking to hear something like Petronas and Pacific Northwest LNG is not pushing through, because Fort St. John for LNG, we worked on this. We worked on this for over a year. We poured our heart out on this project. The good guys of Fort St. John for LNG, all the volunteers, all the supporters, all the sponsors, we worked so hard.
The news comes just days after Premier John Horgan's NDP government was sworn into power.
This is about global market pricing. This isn't about anything else other than Petronas looking at that long-term reality of what's happening on the international market.
But Yu says there's more to it, and other countries are still able to make a profit from LNG, like the US and Australia, despite global market numbers.
I really don't believe that it is the market conditions, but it is the government, it's the condition that the government of BC is into now.
Yu believes the government posed too many restrictions on the project that caused many costly delays and opened windows for other competitors.
In America, one of the LNG plants there, the one that went online last year, if I'm not mistaken, their environmental protection agency's approval came within a year. In Canada, it took the feds more than 3 years to approve the environmental clearance for Pacific Northwest LNG. And yet when it came, there were 150 conditions. And when the NDP came into power, well, we saw a little hope that when Horgan said that he is for LNG. However, for Pacific Northwest LNG, there would be conditions again. And these conditions lead to delays, and yeah, you miss the window.
And although there will be job losses in both of Petronas' offices in Vancouver and Prince Rupert, Yu says the Peace region will be amongst the hardest hit.
Of all the areas that's going to be affected by LNG, had the Pacific Northwest LNG happen, FSJ would have been at the very, very top, because we are the upstream industry. If Pacific Northwest LNG pushed through, there would be an investment by Progress Energy of $5 billion every year. As long as there is Pacific Northwest LNG, we would have $5 billion every year to be spent on exploration, extraction, and that's a lot of jobs here in Fort St. John.
Brendan Miller, CJDC-TV News, Fort St. John.